have time to talk about that game. It feels like the games are very quick in between each other. We're moving into the grand finals where we will crown what is going to be the champion of the trial of Heimdall.
And we're getting an exact repeat of what we saw in the winners finals. It is Ra1n and it is Godly yet again, going back to Demon Island as well. And Godly is now leading with a different legend than he did previously. Of course, he played Teska the last time that they played in the winners finals, and now he's starting off with the Taros.
Yeah, feeling the Taros against Booner. Actually, we saw that initial legend swap coming in at the very, very beginning of the set between Booner and Godly. So it's a pick that Godly has been thinking about for quite a while. And I think we can all see why Godly believes in this pick.
I mean, at this point, like, if there's anybody who doesn't believe in this pick, like, they're just... They're ignoring facts and logic and history and context and everything around, like, the way Taros is played in current meta and the way Axe is played in current meta, both 1s and 2s, the way Hammer is played in current meta, both 1s and 2s. So starting off with this pick, great choice from God.
Well, I would want to introduce you to a player called Ra1n with a 1 in his name. Currently on the Val, able to get that stock off. But this is, I mean, this is the nightmare scenario. We're seeing traded hits because Ra1n is trying to go for reads, but he's not able to connect them. Trading hits against Taros, not always a very good idea. But as soon as these as soon as these reads start connecting, if they start connecting, Godly's playing this incredibly well so far. Dare
nice
tries to come back as well. That was really, really nice. He really likes using those dares on his way back, and also while the enemy is on their way back. Oh my god.
Yeah, Hammer Dare is definitely going through, like, it's been out there for a minute. Is Godly about to take game 1? It's very close. There's D-Light Sider sending Godly over to the edge. Oh, Ra1n followed him really high in the air, but then on the way back, he gets caught with the D-Light ground pound. That's Godly taking game 1. But as I was saying about Dare, like, Hammer Dare is definitely having, like, a bit of a renaissance here, I would say, this year. Because, like, back in the day, it was like, oh, you do Dare when they're stacked and you want to go for a D-Light Dare, which I think was an incorrect choice because you could pretty much always find Sair in any spot that you would find D-Light Dare, but that's not the point I'm trying to make, excuse me. But Dare, people are using it a lot more now and a lot more successfully and a lot more instead of just like, oh, this is the spot where I use Dare. They are below me, I am going to use Dare. But, like, kinda has helped kind of bring more creative thinking into the way that Hammer Dare can be used. And then it's just spreading out from there to all the other really talented Hammer players.
The evolution of Hammer this year has been phenomenal. We have seen, of course, dating back super far, Simple playing Hammer like a heavy weapon, and then Fazaru and Lowcap playing Hammer as a string weapon. Kaina and Godly, they're able to play it as both.
Yeah. They're showing it in, like, modern meta with modern movement against extremely quick string weapons like Katars, like Gauntlets, in modern meta with modern movement on that side as well. So yeah, like, Godly has helped modernize it. Moonir as well, one of the other great Taros players, and then definitely Kaina has really helped bring Hammer into the modern age.
I mean, it looks like Ra1n. I mean, Ra1n, one of the modern age players, he has practice against something like this, and he's starting off the game fairly strongly. Godly is able to pick up that knockout with a GC D-Light there, I believe that was. As Ra1n now sticking to this sword. And oh man, what a string. There it is, Hammer as a string weapon, man, and Ra1n already down in orange. Godly just keeps him coming.
He threw his weapon away. Ra1n was able to dodge through it. Godly wasn't able to find a punish after it, but then Ra1n wasn't able to find anything either. All of a sudden, Godly goes back over. Goes for this stomp, dash, insig. Surely that was a misinput.
Surely, I'm not entirely sure. It's a misinput of, you know, the Russian mafia, or it's I don't know. I think we might be. He's beyond our understanding of the game at this point. I feel like.
I think it's 100% a misinput because, like, there's no shot Ra1n is ever going to be there. Like, there's not a dodge that Ra1n can throw out where he's going to be that far to the left side.
I don't know.
So I think it must have been a misinput. I would say probably Russian Mafia. That's my first thought.
Ra1n.
But I also don't really... I don't feel like I haven't seen Godly go for that, like, ever.
D-Light recovery coming out. Ra1n is able to pick up that stock. One very interesting thing, as we saw Ra1n versus Godly in winners finals, one of the things that was working out for Godly was forcing offstage interactions. Now, whenever Ra1n is edge guarding and Godly is offstage, he's not gonna really have that kind of opportunity anymore.
Yeah, again, like we've seen so much Demon Island. We saw like Fortress of Lions in the final game of last set. So like, are we going to go to something that has longer walls?
Okay.
Encourage a little bit more offstage.
The dare.
And again, the dare. Beautiful pickup on the dare. Out of hit stun. Great choice. He also turned it around because with the hammer, you scoop behind you first. So the first hitbox actually comes out like behind you rather than the direction you're facing or directly below you.
Now, of course, it is legal obligation as casters to explain what a grand final reset is, as we may potentially be coming into one. Says the tournament is double elimination format. Every single player needs to win. Needs to lose 2 sets for them to be completely knocked out of the tournament. Now, Ra1n hasn't lost a set yet, which means if Godly wins this game right now, if he wins this best out of 5, we're moving into a final best out of 5.
Thank you so much, Paulie, because I was looking at the bracket and I was like, surely Grand Finals is the last one, right? Like, I'm looking at the box on StartGG, and if Godly wins, then it's certainly over. So I'm glad you brought that up. It's looking
possible. So Godly has to do a lot more work in order to close the Grand Finals out in his favor, but he's already laid the groundwork. 2-0 on the board. Beautiful, beautiful string he used there as well. Tried to get that final attack. Not going to be connected that one though. Spot dodging the sword D-Light. GC sideline all the way out as well. Not afraid to make these commitments.
Yeah, I think after we just saw him go for the stomp recovery into the down air, I think it was definitely a missing for Russian Mafia earlier, but Ra1n cleaned that one up very, very quickly.
That's again something that is fairly simple, but just done so cleanly. Throwing the weapon to force out a dodge, immediate GC D-Light ground pound by Ra1n. Mechanically nearly perfect, but Godly, as he's respawned, he's already going to work with this hammer, picking up these sidelights, giving Ra1n a hard time. Stomp Stare comes out. Starting to run out of options here. There it is.
Thought we were going to see a perk of pivoted dare there for just a second, but no, he's going to go back to the main stage, juggle his weapons, sticking with the hammer. We're seeing a lot more of Godly's hammer this tournament than I feel like we've ever seen from him.
Yeah, the hammer, he's heavily leaning into the hammer right now, and I can see why. The hammer is working so far, and he's dominating the grounded space. Ra1n, of course, Ra1n right now, he's fighting hammer D-Light and hammer sidelight with like sword D-Light.
Yeah, Godly's hammer is different than I feel like we've ever seen it before.
Recovery. Oh, the GCD like Godly trying to connect that one. Ra1n with the side signature as well. Godly has already adapted to it. Waiting for a D-Light. I thought it was going to. I thought the D-Light was going to come from Ra1n's sword, but it's going to be Godly's unarmed. Recovery comes out. That's going to be the stock. I'm thinking Ra1n is sticking to the gauntlets here. Knowing that Godly has been doing such a good job at going at trading, he's probably thinking to get something massive. He gets the read, the beginning of something massive. Endlight comes, able to react to the way he escapes as well. He goes for the immediate cross. Ra1n takes a Sair to the face though.
And we're back to like what we had previously, where Godly needs like one stray hit. If he gets a D-Light, it's over. If he gets a side air, it's pretty much over. If he gets an in-light, not over.
So close, and the dare almost connecting as well. Nair into Sair, weapon throw, GCD like ground pound.
No way!
Is putting himself on the scoreboard. 1-2. And I mean, this is the first time in, I mean, last set we saw Godly 3-0'd Mooner. This is the first time in a very long time. 5 games in a row. First time that Godly is kind of, you know, we're seeing it crack a little bit.
Dude, what a sick comeback that was. Look at the replay right now. Look how red that Ra1n is as he started Godly's final stock. He must have taken like one hit. It was like the in-light, and that's pretty much it. Oh my gosh, what a comeback.
The weapon throw to force a panic dodge into a GC D-Light ground pound. And he adapted quickly. He changed which side he was going to use the GC D-Light on. It's starting to look like Ra1n's signature move, and I'm all about it.
Oh, it's 3
Right.
exits. Unanswered. Ra1n can barely land.
Yeah,
And then a sidelight nair, goes for the recovery, at least finds the recovery of his own as the counter punish. Sidelight nair again, dude, and he's red!
Weapon throw. Tries to go for the unarmed end light. Stomps here coming out. Probably sticking to the hammer here. Yes, indeed. Tries to get the dare on the way
that
up.
was a stomp,
And what
dude.
do you
What was he
do at that
doing?
point? What do you do at that point? It's so difficult to get past. Godly, I was hyping up his ability to play offstage whenever he gets them down there, but his edge guarding on hammer is nothing short of incredible.
Yeah, he had a lot on his side there, some of which was like due to his own skill and like placement and spacing and timing, but also some of it was due to like Odin's blessing of like great weapon spawn timing, so he could throw his weapon away, have another one, then edge guard with that weapon. Okay, Ra1n's comeback potential is so big. It's crazy.
The swords there as well. Evened out here, and a pseudo evened out because Ra1n has the weapon advantage. As I say though, yet again Godly blessed by Odin, really great weapon spawn for him, and he's just picking up this juggling, and Ra1n just cannot get close.
Yeah, Godly doesn't have to edge guard because he's been sitting over on the corner. Ra1n comes back like onto the main platform, and Godly's able to punish the landing. He's done that like 5 different times this game alone, and he finds the stomp side air. And he gets a full stock lead, and it's looking like we're going to get a reset here unless Ra1n goes sicko mode again.
It's possible. It's happened once, but Godly, I mean, I'm looking at that second stock he took off of Ra1n, and Godly, he's looking more accurate than ever so far in this set. Misses that sidelight though.
Oh,
That's the thing. Whenever Ra1n is able to break that barrier, whenever he's able to break that neutral bubble, he gets so much value out of every single engagement, but he just doesn't win enough. Not against Heroes. Not against Godly.
weapon swap over the hammer. Beautiful nair. The dodge even came out, but Godly wasn't confident on how to follow up after that. Now back over to the axe. Of course, dash in light.
Stomps here, and that's going to be the stock. Godly with the reset. The grand finals reset as we are moving in to our final best out of 5. There's no way out after these potentially 5 games have been played. We will have a champion of the trial of Heimdall.
Someone in chat just said Godly sucks with hammer. Like, you're wrong. You're so silly and foolish. You absolute goon. Come on, man.
All right.
Yeah, I'll call you out, chat.
Yeah.
It's on the internet forever, Pauly.
Yeah, I play Gauntlets. What do you mean? All right. Okay, we're moving in. Final BO5.
Chat.
Final BO5.
Watching, I'm sorry. I apologize for my commentator. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move past this. And Ra1n. All right, never mind. Ra1n maybe wants me to play Gauntlets a little bit. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, these Gauntlets, man, they're on fire. But are they as on fire as Godly's axe right now? The end light comes out. I'm almost smelling a second one. There it is. Now going to be connecting Ra1n. Dash jumping, going over to the other side. He has to do so much mental gymnastics to avoid the singular move that Godly is using because he's just spacing it so perfectly. He's timing it so perfectly.
And again, he's hit that dare or he's gone for that dare in that exact spot so many times. Like the last time I think we saw him attempt it was towards the end of last game and Ra1n was able to dodge through it in time. But we're still on Demon Island. So again, I would go to a stage that has a much longer wall so that both players can really think about how they're recovering back to the main platform. Because so far, the recovery back to the main platform has been favoring Godly. Ra1n isn't finding like the sword side signatures over the corner like he was previously. He's not finding the gauntlet down signatures over the corner like he was previously. He's doing a good job, don't get me wrong.
The only reason we're fixating on that there is because that's the only part of his edgeguard kit that's kind of unusual. Godly has found this really great combination of attacks that he uses for edgeguarding that's working so well. I mean, the Ra1n can't rush up because then he's going to dare him, and he can't be sneaky about it either because you're gonna get hit by the stomp.
Oh, that was nice.
Okay, Ra1n with the second one as well. Sticking to the gauntlets now, though. He has this initial lead as we move into what is going to be our final stocks. He gets the down signature, forcing Godly a bit off stage. The Sair comes out. Recovery could have been massive. Oh!
Man, you really just have to be so careful. All of the areas that like gauntlets want to be in the edgeguard situation, Hammer has a grapple move that is going to completely throw you in the opposite direction. You want to be below them to reach up and grab the Nair? Welcome to Hammer Dare. Pleased to meet you. You're above them and you want to follow with like a down air or a ground pound to close out the stock? Welcome to Hammer Recovery.
Ra1n?
Nice to meet you.
Ra1n juggling Godly right now, throwing him off stage multiple times just to then throw him up into the air multiple times. Using a sidelight to close the distance this time, connecting it with the combo as well. Barely any options. Recovery comes out. I'm holding my breath here. It's gonna be either a 2 stomp Sears or a D-Light recovery something to close this out at this point. We're getting into that territory. It's gonna be a side sync, and the side sync is enough.
That's Taros, man. I was gonna say that, like, okay, we're in a different spot now. He needs more than a straight hit, but then I forget about Taros Hammer side sig, because that's something that kind of used to do really well towards like the beginning of his time. That he's sort of like gotten away from a little bit is the GC side signature on Hammer, getting him above like the sword D-lights, the hammer D-lights, things like that, the gauntlet D-lights, and then still finding KOs with it like super early because nobody's expecting it.
Now, I would love to. I would love to see. I would love to be able to read Godly's thoughts right now, because I'm experiencing he's very binary with his signature usage. Sometimes he'll be using, you know, multiple axe down signatures in a game, and I believe that might be one of the first times we've seen this entire tournament, Godly using that hammer side signature.
I would definitely agree that's probably true. He's very conservative with everything but the
except for when he
signature.
is it. Yeah, it's very much like an on and off switch for Godly so far, and that side signature, he didn't use the signature long enough that Ra1n wasn't even thinking about it. Signature kit, their Taros signature kit was not in his thoughts.
Ra1n just a little bit of a deficit now, about 50 damage behind, but obviously we know that can change very quickly. Again, the spot dodge into the down air. Godly's doing such a great job of using those down airs, either directly out of hit stun or he'll spot dodge a move, and Ra1n's going for a gauntlet.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah. The Russian Mafia as well. Godly sticking to the axe now. I almost wanted to see that hammer. Just because of how heavily he's been leaning in towards it. Weapon throw to try and get an even longer combo. He gets it the second time around. This is the thing. Godly has momentum. He's riding that wave, and I mean he just keeps swinging.
And Ra1n like can't edge guard. You saw how long it took for him to feel comfortable to go over to the edge because he's worried about the GC insig. He's worried about the hammer recovery. He can't use like any of those things that are inherent to either of his weapons and his legend because he's so scared of Godly on the edge guard.
Yeah, no, I can't lie. More as we progress further and further into this game, Godly is starting to get a stronger and stronger aura. I mean, Ra1n is starting to look less and less confident, and I feel like if he's not able to pick up those massive reads that we've seen and love him for, then this is going to be super hard. As I say so, he managed to get a call-out signature. It's not over until it's over. Ra1n just needs to lock in.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All right.
What's happening, man?
Showing great sportsmanship right here from Ra1n.
Get him, Ra1n. Get him!
Don't listen to Sparky.
Go get him!
Sparky. Do not hit the Godly right now. Patience is key. So we're not sure what's happening right now. It appears that we're having some technical difficulties. We're waiting for, I believe that this should be a bot. I believe Godly
is a bot,
connected.
Yeah. Do it.
Now there is of course potential for the I believe it was the Godly bot that knocked out Machete. Is that right?
Dude, I forgot about that.
maybe episode 2. This bot, however, appears to be on the easy difficulty, as it is currently...
Yeah, this is the worst bot I've ever seen.
Yeah, it has not thrown out a single... It's walking in the wrong direction, actually. All right, well, Sparky.
It's time. Ra1n, I'm getting bored.
Sparky, one thing, I was talking with a friend earlier. Oh, I forgot. Okay, Godly's back. Godly's back. I thought...
Get him. Get him, Ra1n!
Sarah comes out. Also, bots can emote now. I thought for a moment that was the bot, but the Sarah comes out, and Godly seconds from spawning back in or loading back in.
Had it.
Just demolishing Ray. Sarah comes
He
out.
could have had it, Polly.
Yeah, if he
could've
knocked him
had it.
out while he was AFK, dude.
Yeah. That would have been hype.
All right, and
This is war, Polymonto.
yeah, I very
This is
rarely
the
mention.
crucible of esport.
I very rarely mention what happens in the game room, but Godly did just say in the game room, thank you for waiting. Next time, don't wait. It's all good.
See?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Dude, Ra1n is the GOAT. Ra1n is still the GOAT for that. I don't care what you say. Ra1n is the GOAT for waiting.
Yeah, and brother, he's gonna lose.
All right, and he will lose with his dignity, although the game is not over yet, Sparky.
It's not if he gets 3-0'd, man. He could
not
have at
over
least
yet.
had one.
It's not over yet, Sparky.
That's true. It is not over. It's kind of over, but it's not over.
All right.
It's like at the end
Respawning
of
in.
Rambo when Rambo says nothing is over. And then they make like 5 more Rambo movies.
Match point here. The unarmed D-Light weapon throw ground pounder coming out from Ra1n on those gauntlets. Godly able to return the favor with a stomp there. Tries to look for a second one. I take that back. He was looking for the sidelight. Ra1n able to space it out. And the side signature.
Oh my gosh, dude. There's so
Almost
much of like Ra1n spacing that makes me angry only because I see like the same things that I do in my spacing where like I'm so close, but I don't actually make the hit and then I get punished.
Oh!
Because the other person is just spacing better.
Going out all
nice.
the way with an unarmed Sair, only to then come back with a D-Light ground pound. Ra1n, large commitments on the unarmed. I said Ra1n might be starting to get disheartened. He might be starting to lose his confidence. You don't make an unarmed play like that if you don't have confidence.
He did lose that stock. He's going to be spawning back in. He's going to be hoping for a quick weapon spawn. Oh, it goes right to him. That was nice.
It's the gauntlets. And light comes out from Godly, trying to get the sidelight follow-up as well. Ra1n able to pick up a little bit of a string there. Godly returns the favor though. Catches the dodge. Weapon throw down. And Godly is able to deny him of picking the weapon back up into the neutral signature. And, oh man.
Right before that, though, we were seeing shades of his gauntlet strings that he was getting earlier. There's a D-Light into the weapon pickup turnaround side air from Ra1n.
Reverse.
He even goes for the side signature
side
over
air.
the corner. We're seeing shades of the old Ra1n coming back into this one.
Side
There's the
signature.
side signature over the corner.
One stock to one stock. Ra1n sticking to the gauntlets here. Godly sidelight into sidelight, able to get him off stage. D-Light denying the stage at all the costs. Ra1n, you shall not pass. You're not touching the ground. But when he does, he's able to return the favor with the gauntlets, picking up a really nice string. But is it too little, too late? Sair to get him off, and he has these dodges locked down, man. He has the dodges locked down. Is it too late though?
Oh,
Endlight comes out, weapon throw. He has enough options. He gets back.
I can't believe we didn't see a D-Light over the corner there.
Humble misses out of Godly as well. Tries to get the D-Light. Ra1n knew he was fishing for the stomp, so he went for the GC D-Light right on top of him instead.
Ra1n.
Searching for the stomp. He will find it! And that's 3-0 for Godly. What a set. Godly is going to be closing it out, but yet again, and this can't be said enough, it went so far. It went the entire distance from the elimination side. Had to get the reset. And yeah, that's going to be our champion, Sparky.
He got revenge against Ra1n.